Hello, 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 and welcome to Money Sprinkles. Yes, I recently had a name change, so that is my new YouTube channel, Money Sprinkles. If you haven't done it yet, please make sure you like and subscribe. And if you would like to know when I post my videos, just press that notification button. We're going to get ahead and get started without further ado to discuss today's subject, and that is the Navy Federal Credit Union auto loan hack. When I say a hack, it's basically something that is going to make the process a little bit easier, or it's sort of like a trick, okay? But stay tuned to the end of the video so I discuss exactly what is the hack here, okay? First of all, make sure that you have a membership with the Navy Federal Credit Union. If you don't know how to do that, watch my playlist, and it actually describes how to become a member of the Navy Federal Credit Union, which is the best credit union in the whole world. Okay. Um, I personally have had over 10 auto loans with the Navy Federal Credit Union, so I speak from experience. All my loans have been done the same way. Okay. Um, Definitely need to meet that internal score requirements. You definitely want to be with the credit union at least 90 days or more. Bad credit, fair credit, good credit. I've seen credit as far as 540 get approved. 620 to 680, I would say, is the sweet spot. So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the Navy Federal Credit Union page. Do not sign in at this time. Click on the auto loans on the top. Follow that page all the way to the bottom. It says pre approval. Click on the pre approval. Get started on your application. At the end, later on, I'm going to actually have a PowerPoint presentation on the actual application. But I'm just going to go ahead and cover what you're going to do. So once you go ahead and finish that application, what's going to happen is you're going to get a pre approval, automatic pre approval. Um, if you don't get an automatic pre approval, you have two options. You could call them for a reconsideration, or you could just wait and see. They might tell you pending approval, something might not have gone through. Make sure that your TransUnion score is, or your TransUnion credit report is not frozen, because that's what they're going to pull a hard inquiry. There's no way of getting around an auto loan for Navy Federal Credit Union on a soft pull. Okay, it's one hard inquiry at all. Um, Once you submit it, what happens is you're going to get a check in the mail. You're either going to get the check in the mail, or you're going to get the request to, or the option of getting the check at the Navy Federal Credit branch itself. You do not have the option of having that check sent anywhere else. The check is going to come for an amount not to exceed of. If you ask for 50,000, it's going to probably state not to exceed 50,000. If you were only approved for 30,000, it would say not to exceed 30,000. This does not mean that you are only limited to buy one vehicle. You can buy two vehicles, three vehicles for $10,000 a piece, $30,000 loan. The thing is that you have to make sure that those titles of those vehicles are sent to the Navy Federal Credit Union within 90 days. You do not want to delay that process, because there's consequences. The consequences could be such as that loan is converted into a personal loan. I don't want to go into details about that, because we're talking about the Navy Federal Credit Union auto loan hack. Okay. So make sure that that title paperwork is done properly by the auto dealer. And questions that you might have is, what if I don't use the full amount of the check? The only thing that the Navy Federal Credit Union is going to process is that amount that you signed for. The installment loan will only be the amount that you were approved for, and that's on the contract for that auto loan. Can I increase my purchase amount? Sure. Let's say you $50,000 is what you're approved for, but you want to buy a car that's $75,000. You would have to come up with the remainder of the funds, whether it's cash, another credit card, or something else. But at the time, you only have the 50,000 from the Navy Federal Credit Union, and that's what you're on the hook for. Um, what is the hack? The hack is this. It's simple. You're only getting one credit pull or credit hard inquiry on your credit report, and that's on the TransUnion. If you were to go to an auto dealer and have them pull your score and your credit score for an application, it's going to be ran about 10 to 12 times, and you are definitely going to have a lower score between 10 and 15 points in your credit score. Okay. So this is a great thing. A pre-approval and having the check in hand is probably the best thing to do, and it gives you the best leverage when you're at the auto dealer. Okay. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to actually do the application online. Hi, in this portion of the video, we're going to go ahead and go over the actual auto loan application for Navy Federal Credit Union. As you can see, I actually signed into my Navy Federal Credit Union account, and I am currently in the portion of auto loan application process. Right here is where you would normally get started with your loan application. The only thing that I would say is where it says before you get started and where the other portion is get started at. I would not do the left portion, which is putting in the VIN number, the exact mileage, and the state where you will register the vehicle, only because that ties you down and it ties that loan approval directly to that car or that vehicle that you were approved for. If by any chance the car is sold or the vehicle that you are interested in or that you provided the VIN number for is no longer available, now you will have to submit another application, and that means another credit pull. So just to go ahead and be on the safe side, I would definitely just go to the right side and put get started, and no, I'm not sure which vehicle I want, but I want to get a pre-approval for a loan. Okay, so that would be my recommendation. Next thing we're going to do is how are you applying for this loan? In this case, it's going to be either individually or jointly. I actually started the application process as if it was just individual, just me by myself, and it's telling you to note of the 4 different things that you need to have readily available: the loan amount, your contact information, current employment, income, and where exactly do you want the check to go, or are you wanting to pick it up at a branch. You cannot send the check to another address. That is not possible with the Navy Federal Credit Union, and then again, that is for your own protection. So just make sure that you have a correct address on file with the Navy Federal Credit Union, because that is exactly where they're going to send the proceeds to this loan to. Okay. Here you will have to definitely write down what expected vehicle type are you looking at. In this case, I just stated that it's not going to be a 21 through a 23. Basically, it's not a new vehicle. I'm looking to buy a used vehicle, okay, or 2 vehicles. You could actually submit a loan for like $50,000 and buy 2 $25,000 cars, as long as you provide the titles for the vehicles that you're purchasing. That is totally legal to do as well with the Navy Federal Credit Union. So just don't think that because you have one check, you can only buy 1 car, okay? So once you go ahead and submit the information, it tells you that based on your selection, in this case, because you're not buying a brand new vehicle, that your interest rate is going to vary depending on the model and year of the car. Again, of course, if it's an older car, you're going to have a higher interest rate, the mileage, higher interest rate. So just keep that in mind when you're actually going in there and looking for your car. Okay. Then during the auto loan application, it's asking you if you have a trade-in. In this case, I placed that I have a trade-in. And it's important because when they pull your credit score, they're going to see if you have an open auto loan. And if you have one and you didn't mention it, they're going to ask you, so what are you going to do with the current vehicle that you have? Are you just going to have 2, 3, 4 vehicles? Okay. Again, be honest. It's the Navy Federal Credit Union. You don't want to destroy or damage this relationship that you currently have with them. And towards the end, here we go with the loan summary. You're saying that you want, in this case, I stated that I want a $50,000 loan, and my loan terms. In my case, I don't like having a loan more than 5 years, so I'm going to stick to 60 months. You could go 72 months. That's a little bit longer. If you would like that option, again, keep in mind the longer the loan terms, the more interest you're going to be paying in the long run. So, but of course, if you make a shorter term for your loan, then your payments are going to be higher. So definitely, if you want a lower payment, then go stretch it out to the 72 months. Okay. Again, this is all the applicant information, Basically, all they're asking you phone number, email, whether you're buying or renting the property that you're staying in, your employer, and other type of monthly income. Again, this is a no doc loan, so keep that in mind when you're applying for the Navy Federal Credit Union auto loan. At the end, here it is. I have everything submitted, good to go, and all I had to do here was hit continue, and I would have gotten to this step right here, which is get approved. I didn't do it because I wasn't trying to get a loan at this time, and as you can see, I only did it for 48 months because I really like to just have short loan terms so I could go ahead and pay off my debts. I don't like dragging out my debts for a long time. So I hope this video has helped you. And again, if you haven't yet, please make sure you like and subscribe. And I will see you here soon. Take care. Bye.